Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ray. Last name is Reynolds. Please write it down. Today, our assignments are very simple. We're going to get the $1 million, flat out. We're going to make that our goal. We're going to show you how to do it too. Remember, goals are great. People write them down. Maybe time they check it once in a while, but they don't do anything about it. Every goal, there's activities, there's rules, there's tools. So, rayswebinar.com. You get stuck with me. It's kind of fun. I'm going to have fun with you. You're going to have fun with me too. So guess what we're going to do? Get that tablet and pen. Don't take pictures. Don't take little films or whatever. We got to get it here. The ultimate goal is the world is crazy. All right? I think it's going nuts. You know, today is May 14th, 2021. Can you imagine today if you wrote down that date today and you wrote down December 31st, 2021? All right, between now and then, you can have $1 million dream. If you listen, you learn, turn these up, write it down. But the problem is last year and the year before, you didn't do it. What happened? Why didn't you get the $1 million like I did at 14 and a half? I don't understand. See, procrastination is the killer of dreams. You put off what, yesterday, today, to tomorrow? No. See, we can't control time, but we can control what we do at the time we're given. I mean, that's why you got to get up like me every day at 2:25 in the morning. I've done that since I was 2.5 years old. Kind of fun. Now let's look at my Lamborghini, one of my mansions, my helicopter, and my yacht too. See, July 4, 2009, what can I tell you? All right, and we're at $2.6 billion through corporate structure. Everything I touched since I was 4 turns to gold. All right, the next day after taking that yacht out with a group of people, I got to die. Well, that kind of sucks. It can ruin the whole day. I'm laying there. They took a picture when I died at 5:41. I did hear the doctor say he's not going to make it. He's going to die. I heard my tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA. I got to die and he stole my life that day. Kind of sucks. But the reality is this. I had H1N1, pandemic 9. Now we got number 19. What are we going to do? By the way, they're already starting to talk about 2026. See, there's going to be another pandemic, but this time you better be ready. You remember, the average pandemic lasts about 18 months. So I got to go to the other side. I was given a choice to stay in peace or go back. Well, since my wife just screamed her head off because I told her I died, all right, I said go back that day. God gave me another chance. I studied to get another PhD. Reality is I'm a pastor, by the way. California, I can marry if you want, but I'm still a sinner. I make mistakes every day. My wife, Ryan, reminds me about that too. Guess what? I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She was 15 and a half. All right, but I didn't wait till I get to the hospital. I came out right away going, yeah! Guess what? She wanted a girl. She gave me a girl's name. Heck, raised my middle name. Then she threw me away like a piece of trash. Literally. See, I had to move 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old. That kind of sucked, too. Can you write down getting past go? I'll guarantee you're stuck. I'll guarantee you, probably like the lady that called an hour ago. She's tried 4 credit repair flaky companies. I mean, I'm sorry. It's like I had to laugh. She's been paying people for 3 years to try to get her credit reports up to score, and I can do it in 6 months or less. I mean, what can I say? All right, the reality is she's been ripped off by that Lexington line, creditrepair.com, blue credit, yellow credit, and all that crap too. Guess what? We're going to get you past go today. See, let's understand something. It's flat out. I learned to read at 2.5 years old. I got to be with Mrs. Hope. Oh, what a good name she had. I got to be with her from 3 to 10 years old. All right, she was a she-devil from hell. She dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30 and said, if you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'm going to leave you there to die. You see, I didn't like stealing and begging off the pier. And so what I had to do? I basically read books and books and books and books and books. You know what I got to do? I got my first Lamborghini at 14 and a half. Then I got my Lamborghini collection too. All right, I got the Duffys in my backyard. Where do you park yours? All right, simple. I got my 6 mansions. I got me what? I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet. Why? Because these idiots kept saying white men can't jump. I wanted to prove them wrong. I've held the record since 1981. All right, remember, there's kind of some silly people tell you can't do this or that too. You know what I did? I parked my race boat in my backyard. Where do you park yours? I got my helicopter, my yachts, and my Ferraris too. My question flat out, why have you not done this for you? What am I supposed to tell you? I mean, I don't understand. Why would anybody bring the pain home and take the money from their family and screw it up too? Write down Ray's rules today. Let's get you past go. Because I'm sorry to tell you, you've all been screwing up since day one. You've been guessing or listening to the wrong silly people going blah, blah, blah. I'm the godfather of credit, by the way. I've only done $3.6 billion for my clients. 17 million of those too. Credit rebuilding, we're going to talk about that just for you. Now let's understand something today. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarbrough years ago. Security chief at TRW and Asperian too. I had to teach him how to play the game. Now I'm going to teach you. Can you write it down, please? Credit Services Act. Go to that later today. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. Their front page says credit repair is a scam. Not allowed to collect money up front. They even refer to you to the Credit Repair Organization Act too to let you know attorneys can't do credit repair. Now what are you supposed to do? Well, the reality is your credit's not broken. You can't repair it anyway. Let you and me build a relationship today. We're going to teach you basically what needs to be done. Federal Trade Commission information just provided to you. See, at every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, you're stuck with me. I broadcast up to 3 times a day, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday. So I don't have any pre-recorded crap to give you. I'm going to answer your questions and have some fun with you too. Now let's understand something. Methodically, I wrote down every step it takes to get to $1 million in the corporate bank account. All you got to do is do the steps. You can't even screw that up too. There's 1,000 steps, by the way. We're going to call it Ray's Rules today. I want to give you the first 25. Can you get that tablet and pen that you didn't bother to get when I told you to? Starting today. So what are we going to do? You're going to do your first step called go to rayscredit.com. Clickety-clack on the front page, order your credit reports right away. Step number 1. When you get the reports, you're going to give me the report number in the right-hand corner. Now I want you to answer the question. All right, why? Please tell me why you got an SSN. Pull it out of your personal wallet now. You got an SSN, Social Security card. Pull it out. I'll guarantee you never read it front and back. All right, do you know what it says? This is step number 2. Do not laminate. Don't use for writing purposes too. You wrote it on an application. You started your credit report. Congratulations. You've been guessing at it since day one. Read the card front of you. It'll say Property Resource Administration, not even you. It's not even your card. But you allow the creditors to use it and abuse it too. You don't have to put up that anymore. But let's understand, when you give me those report numbers, I'll put you in the system, and within 90 working days, your credit score is going to go up and away. Now, it might take me another month or 2 if you really screwed up pretty bad. But I won't let you down. I'll keep and I'll follow through. By the way, that's called step number 3. Now, I got a program called Rapid Refresh. It guarantees 40 points to 200 points. We take a picture of Credit Karma. Why? Because it's free. They got no phone number to help you anyway. Anything at 29% is green. Anything at 30% is yellow. Anything above that's in the red. Here's what I took a picture of their report that day. She had a 500 score. My system got him 157 points in 45 working days. If you'd like me to do that for you, let me know, please. See, bad credit holds you back. Buying a house, car, everything what you're trying to do. You ever notice that bad credit? It's like putting You'll want to scream your head off, don't you? You see, here's the thing. We need credit in today's world. So when I get the credit reports, I pull them from my system and we analyze it right away. The goal is to dispute from the validation verification process to creditors and credit bureaus. They have 45 working days anyway. You might have to negotiate a debt or two if they keep popping up again and again too. Now remember the legal action method. I came up with a process you can actually win through that too. I sued the president of Chase Bank years ago, brought him in Santa Ana court, and I kicked his assets too. He had to write me a check on the spot for $5,000. That was kind of funny. But you can fight back if you want to. Now, credit rebuilding is simple. It costs $499. That's it. I know 2 of you, you've been paying $99 a month for 2 years to Lexington Law and CreditRepair.com too. Goody for you. You pissed away $2,400 and got diddly squat. It's time you actually invest $499 to get it done for me. That's why they call me the Godfather of Credit anyway. Credit rebuilding, rapid rescore. 90 working days, it's done for you. Now tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I want you in my education analyzation class. Every Saturday I have an education analyzation class at 1 o'clock. All right, you get stuck with me, you can ask questions too. Remember, I give you back a money-back guarantee. Now, how we get paid here is pretty simple. All you got to do is make me a recipient on your Zelle account through your bank account. So you Zelle $499. You email me at products@raisecredit.com. Your name, address, and phone number, so I call you right away. You can even do a bank transfer too. Bottom line is we're going to expedite everything for you. Now I need you to call this phone number. Can you imagine? I mean, I don't get it, but it's funny for me, but it's not funny for you. You started your credit report. You don't even know you did that with your first inquiry. You don't know the rules and tools how to play the game, and you listen to your friends and family, they're all screwed up too. They have no idea what they're really doing. And you're kind of following along like a bunch of sheep. And then you get all this junk mail. All right, why? Because you added yourself to the national mailing list too. That's how you get all the robocalls as well, all through the day. Why don't you call the phone number? It's toll free. It's 888-567-8688. Opt out for 5 years, please. Get off the damn national mailing list. That's step number 4. Ultimate goal is pretty simple for you. We're going to do one thing. From now on, we're going to plan the problem. Every one of you can tell me about who knocked you down, got in your way, took it away from you too in the past, because it's probably someone you know, maybe a friend or family too. So let's understand, we're going to plan the problem. Now we're going to talk about safety credit. Can you write that down, please? Here's 2 cards in my hand. They're each $50,000 apiece. Problem with personal credit is I can't write off the credit card interest rate too. What happened with most of you, probably all of you, you got your SSN, you got a credit card, you thought it was free money, then you jacked it up, whee, dropped your score, and couldn't get any more. You see, you got to understand something. Every credit card you got in your personal wallet today, I expect a sticky. Limit, listen carefully, I want the limit on it, 25%, 29%. You ever want to maintain an 820 score, everything has to be between 25 to 29%, flat out. It's just the truth. Now, I want you to write down the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. You go to your city today, you got banks and grocery stores that are bankrupt locations. Wrote it off on their taxes. They have open locations today. They know how to play the game, but not you. You like bringing the pain home, don't you? Sticky behind the card. Never bring the pain home again. You met me. You bring the pain home after today. All right, that's called silly and stupidity, by the way. That's called step number 5. Nobody had to bring the pain home at all. The problem is the lack of knowledge. Your credit score is like the wave in that ocean. You want it to go flat? Simple, 25, 29%. And what most people do, probably all of you, when you lose your job or have an emergency, what do? You run out of time, you run out of money, you jack up your credit 42 days. Why do you do that? Why do people do that? They used the wrong damn money in the first place. It's amazing how hard I have to work to make them a qualified CFO to go get corporate credit when they shouldn't have screwed up their credit in the first place. Oh well, it takes me about 90 working days to 6 months. I want to repackage your life. Write down house, car, bank account, please. Can you imagine? If you play with me this year, we can change you in the right direction. That'd be kind of fun too. It's kind of like this, my cat. I built my cat $1 million of credit years ago to pull off a stunt. I wanted to prove it would work. It's kind of fun. You know, cats have 9 lives. And what does it say in Inc. magazine right there? Because I got written up in that issue too. All right, use what? Credit, plastic to finance your business. Here's the problem. You can't write off personal credit cards or interest rate at all. Corporate credit, you can. You can write off the interest rate, the credit card, line of credit too, and finance a business out of its own money. So if I can build credit for my cat, you think I can build it for you? It's pretty simple to do. You got a choice today. It's kind of like when I was a kid. They used to say money for a rainy day. I don't understand. I thought all the grown-ups were stupid when I was a kid. I mean, I learned to read a book at 2.5 years old. You know, and I'm reading better than they are. But guess what? Money for a rainy day? Give me a break. It never rains in my life. It always pours. What about you? Now, here's the problem. Today, I want you to think. If you needed $5,000 today, now. You ask your friends, you ask your family, you ask the bank, what are they going to say? No. You ever notice people like to watch you in your pain? They kind of enjoy watching people saying down. Here's a credit card in my hand called $5,000. Here's the thing about a $5,000 safety card. All right, I don't want to screw it up. So if I jack it up, I want to play catch up, not fall down. Well, let's understand something today, flat out. This $5,000 credit card, if I had to use it today to solve a problem, the payment is $50 a month. You could have the worst credit score in the world and you waste $50 every other day. Is that true? Bottom line is this, pretty simple to say too. You waste $140 a week, they say all people do. Not me. That's $600 a month. If I max out one of these cards in my hands today, the payment is $612.26. So the reality is the average person, what they waste every given month, I could max out a $50,000 card. I could have bought 2 pizza restaurants with the drive-through. I don't have to bring the pain home, and I can stop wasting money today. What a concept. Tell them the truth. Step number 6. Hope you're paying attention today. So what do we get to do? Reach your goals. I reached all my goals by the time I was 26. Over $2.6 billion under corporate structure, by the way. So you believe in yourself. I believe in you. But me, I believe in God, and I believe in me. When I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. So God gave you a gift and a dream too. Why don't you see it, believe, and go get it? Now the reason you got your SSN is pretty simple. It starts the 1040 tax return. SSN equals 1040. Then they track your tax all the rest of you until you're dead, because you get to pay tax before you get the leftover. Then they pray you get in probate too. I didn't make it up. It's right there. It's IRS public record. But I'll teach you how to play the game. I'll teach you how to win too. SSN, you got an Experian, TransUnion, Equifax too. The moment you jacked up your cards in your personal wallet today, past 29%, pop. You dropped your score, got stuck, couldn't get any more. Credit is a necessity for everyone. But again, don't forget the sticky. We also got the SSN because of another reason. We're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. So the ultimate goal, again, is write down Ray's rules one more time. Can you imagine? $100,000 right here. I want you to focus. I want you to understand. You're a grown-up. Okay? All right? You're highly intelligent, too. But if we had $100,000 of safety credit, and we only used 29%, would that not give us $71,000 of safety credit in case blank hit the fan, lost a job, or there's a pandemic? See, we got to feed our family up to 2 years. You know, the average pandemic only lasts 18 months, by the way. When you take the money and credit from your family and you roll the dice, go, wee, let's hurt the family some more. Can you knock that off, please? I didn't have a family like most people do. I got used and abused as a kid. I'd eat out of a damn trash can and beg and steal. So I'll be damned if I bring that pain home like you did. And you're going to stop that starting today. You need to use the right money anyway. So let's understand something. All right, we're going to write down Ray's rules again and again till we get it right. That's called step number 7. Now, I've been in 2 comas in my life. First one's 5.5 years old. Last one I got to die in 2009. I died at 5:41 and even took a picture. That's what I look like dead. I guess you don't have to see yourself when you're dead. But H1N1 Pandemic 9 kills me the day after the 4th of July. I'm trying to change the world. Can you help me too before I die again? Ultimate goal is pretty simple to understand. There's my yacht, my race boat, my U-Dog. There's my address too. Number 1 address Google in Huntington Beach, by the way. I got no BS to give you. I'm one of the most verified people on the planet today. I'm going to take away all the blah, blah, blah you got. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. Came out of that coma, walked around an oxygen tank for 5 weeks, put my score back to an 820, and then I popped another $1 million card again. You know why? I have 5 closet divisions. I got a backup for a backup too. Now, being used and abused, all right, basically as a kid kind of sucked. But I was 2.5 years old and I found myself crying my eyes out on the floor, looking in the mirror. Nobody gave a damn about me. But you know what I've done ever since that day? I get up at 2:25 every day. It's the exact time I was crying in the mirror that day. I've never been able to sleep in a day in my life. But that's okay. I dropped to my knees this morning and said, thank you, Jesus, for another day. I want you to try something. I'll bet you never put yourself in check and stare yourself in the mirror. Flat out. I want you to try something for once. Look in the mirror for 2 minutes. Do nothing. After the end of 2 minutes, ask yourself 2 questions. Have I completed everything I need to? No. Is there more to be done? Always. Here's the biggest problem for 43 years with all my clients. They go, I told my friend and family to go out and not there. That's nice. They interrupted you, didn't they? Yeah, how'd you know? Because they always do. They interrupt you because you're looking for encouragement, and then they tell you, you got to do it this way or that way, too. If they haven't brought in millions and billions like I have through corporate structure, quit listening to those people. 90 days. Shh. Don't cloud your direction. This is step number 8, by the way. Now, God's delays have never been God's denials. So let's understand we're going to go chase the money, go get the dream. I haven't had a paycheck for 22 years. So the reality is I don't have to steal and beg off the pier anymore. I get to feed my family. I get to help you. Now remember, we're getting older, slower. We're not as pert as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. It's okay. When they eventually fire you, guess what? You're going to deliver some pizza. Is that your American dream? When I was a little boy, this boy named John used to terrorize the hell out of me. His parents thought it was funny as hell. They even called me a piece of shit to my face as a kid. I heard that 1,000 times. That sucks. But what am I going to do? Cry about it? Hell no. I wrote down I'm important. I'm going to become a corporate millionaire. And when I did that, they all had to come work for me. That really pissed them off too. I was 14 and a half, by the way. I'm going to drive a company car and show the world who I am too. You're going to have to write some positive things about you and read it through the day. It's called self-motivation. Step number 9. Now, do what I do. See it, believe it, go get it. See what you want, believe you're going to go get it, pray over it. God opens the door and gives it to you. It works for me. It should work for you too. Sam's Club, 2 years before pandemic, shut down 63 locations in California alone. So understand what they did. Like the grocer and the bank. They shut down locations that don't make enough money. They bankrupt them. They wrote it off on their taxes. But they have other ones open today. They know how to play the game. But not you. You like bringing the pain up, don't you? Stop it. Branch number tax ID. Today I want you to Google the word bankruptcy. You're going to find out that everything I tell you is factually verified 100%. Bankruptcy is simple. I don't want to file one, but I want you to know the rules and tools. It says SSN. Well, let's see, we only got one of those. They're all a bunch of Dougs. But then it says SS4. Corporation, division, subsidiary, more. Sign me up for that too. Can you imagine if you would have did what I'm going to show you today, right out of high school, you would have never brought the pain home, and every one of you would be worth $100 million today, easily. I don't want to screw up anything, but I'm not bringing the pain home. SSN equals 1040. SS4 equals 1120. IRS public record. What's it say in line 10 right there? Banking and credit purposes. You see, you got a choice. You want to be a duck? You like being a quack? SSN 1, SS4 more? You got to decide today. You want to keep going quack, or go back to being stuck. That's up to you. Why don't you replace yourself? Why don't we rebuild you as a division of a corporation? But again, that's up to you too. When I was a kid, 7.5 years old, being used and abused, I listened to a poker game. They said a corporation's a legal person. Can you write that down, please? So I circled it 10 times as I wrote it down. They thought I was weird. That's probably true. I did ride my bicycle the next day to the Torrance Police Department because next door was a library. I went in and said, "Ma'am, can you help me, please? Can you explain what this means? Here's a marker face, here's a book." It's like I'm back in Mayberry. Understand, you're looking for a blueprint, rules, and tools too. So was I, but I was 7.5 years old. And you know what? I read that book that day. I can read a page at a time, read both hands at the same time too, and talk. Okay? So the reality is pretty simple. I got pissed off that day. All it said is the corporation's a legal person. Big deal. All right? You got to learn to connect the dots. So I wrote the blueprint for every one of you. You ready to pay attention? Because some of you have a corporation before you met me. Congratulations. 9 out of 10 people set it up every day, don't do a damn thing. So you're sitting there going, that's all you do. Simple. Corporation's a legal person. You got to give it a blueprint. You got to set up and create the life of a corporation. What are you going to do? Think there's a damn magic wand? Your choice is simple. When you fight through this and we get you where you need to go, and I do most of the work for you anyway, someone's going to ask you, are you a member of the BBB? You know what? I sued the Better Business Bureau in '79 and kicked their assets in too and proved they were fraud. 2020, all right, CNN, they'll tell you flat out they're a fraud. Why? They even got indicted in 2013. The courts in Los Angeles told them and ordered them to close their doors that day. You get out of our damn city because you're a fraud. They couldn't even go back to the office, close the doors and move all the shit out too. All right, I'm not just making it up. You can see it online from anywhere from CNN in 2020. It's right in front of you. Bottom line, it's like winning the game of business. It's called repackaging America too. I want to repackage you. Every one of you can get all the blueprint. All right, 12 books, 12 CDs, A through Z, how I got the million to billion. It's up to you. When I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years, every Wednesday night at 7 p.m., that's the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles. It's kind of fun. So I used to sell it for $20,000 a pop for corporations, boot camps, and books. Here today, if you want the 12 books and CDs, office sells it for $1,000. I give you half price during the webinar. It's $4.99. Now, if you get anything today from the credit rebuilding program or the corporate programs today, you get the books and CDs for free. If not, Zelle me $4.99. Simple. You can do a bank transfer or Zelle. Make me a recipient. Ray Reynolds at rayscredit.com. So Ray at rayscredit.com. Simple to do. Email me at products@rayscredit.com. Your name, your address, your phone number. You can do a bank transfer too. We'll start it right away. So understand today is pretty simple. All right, I was the incorporator for a lot of the rich and famous people for years. Over 2019 of them too. Didn't matter if it was Fishburne or Mr. Clinton or Arnold or Kevin Costner too, or even Superman at Gold's Gym, $1 million in 6 months. Even my guy that came from my neck of the woods where I lived too as a kid. It's his free ray. Ricky Ross came out of prison after 20 years. They need a second chance. So I rebuilt his credit, got him a golden and platinum card too. Unlimited, by the way. So there's that grin on his face. He's enjoying it as well. See, you got a choice today. Beat your doubt, run your race. You need to run your race no matter what anybody tells you. Okay? It's very simple. That's step number 11. Now, I can't show you anything I didn't obtain myself. I don't believe in BS. But I will get you past go. I'll show you mansions, millions and billions of dollars, and helicopters too. God's gift. One of my 6 mansions at the time. I parked my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Where you park yours? Helicopter, Lamborghini building too? So we got to understand something today. You have a police officer in your Belinda that after the guy died, he robbed the house 4 times. You got people going to restaurants, and stealing their Rolexes. You got all this shit happening in this world today, and I've been telling people for 43 years, your driver's license should be P.O. Box or mailing address. I want you to protect your ass. And stop bringing the damn pain home. It's called Ray's Rules. You wrote a check the other day. I didn't. You did. You gave me driver's license. Hell, your house got robbed too. Is that a miracle or what? You got the privacy. It's called the Driver's Privacy Protection Act. What can I tell you? That's step number 12. Now, when I wrote the rules in '86 about divisions, multiple functions, all right, see it, believe it, go get it, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, 5 houses. If someone slipped and fell, you lose it all, and then you put it in corp, they pierce the veil, come after you too. Most cases, you put them in divisions, 1 screwed up, you got 4 left to go. It's a numbers game too. Learn to play the game, but that's up to you too. So let's look at this corporation, corporate umbrella. Let me get you a card up to $1 million unlimited. How about I get you 9 sisters? Would that be okay with you? I'd get you 9 more? Like these in my hand? So every division gets a bucket of money, piece of property. Turn around and gets even a franchise too. See, the ultimate goal is up to you. You never had to bring the pain home in the first place. If one of these divisions gets screwed up today, wouldn't that mean I have 8 more to go? And then I go set up another one too, just like the banks and the grocery stores do every day? They don't bring the pain home, but you, I guess you like being a duck. Now, here's another company. They're out of business now because of COVID-19. We've had a lot of companies. The reality is they end up owing us a lot of money. We didn't get our balance, we did our work, but we didn't get paid. So we have 3, all right, credit lines, cash credit lines, all right, available. All right, if you want to pay their balance, you get to take over the credit line too. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. You just call the office, 800-510-3338. That's all you got to do. So now let's talk about your car. Because I said house, car, bank account. Let's look. Can you see the car you drive today? If you can see it, look at it. Come on, think about it. I want you to think about when you bought this car. You're in the car dealership. All right, the person with the ugly shirt and the ugly tie talks to you. They all attack you. And then the sales manager comes over again and again. Change everything he said too. Then they go back and forth and they come back and say, this is the best deal we can do. Then when you get to financing, hell, they change it all again. Isn't that fun? You see, you screwed up. When they hand you the paper, it says we need to pull your credit. You fill it all out, next your signature. You're supposed to say, all right, this allows one inquiry. You let them take advantage of you. You lost $5,000 up to 9 inquiries. My way from now on, and take a damn picture. Okay, you don't want people to use and abuse you anymore. But the silliest thing you did on top of this even more is that car's registered to you. Congratulations. You see, it should have been a tax ID and a division. That's number 13. What can I tell you? Here's my donkey, Max. I'm going to cover my ass. I just did. You want to cover yours too? Problem is, you're going to drive the car, register to you, accidentally bump someone's little car, a little bumpity bump. They're going to come out, they act like they're going to die. They'll scream their head off. They got to put on a show. They want their insurance check too. So what do? All right, they ask for driver's license, insurance, registration, please. Driver's license, really? Your home address? That's up to you. Insurance, you're paying out of your paycheck. Taxable income, when a corporation you pay for it before tax was considered. Oh, well, that's your decision. But what about the registered owner? Can you imagine how many people would be silly enough to let themselves be a registered owner of a car? I mean, I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I wrote this procedure and policy too, because you got to learn to pay attention. But again, driver's license, home address, nah. Insurance, pay the insurance instead, the corporation, I would think so. But as a registered owner, you have billboards going down the freeway or on TV, 44 bloodsuckers every day advertising. And what are they going to do? They're going to sue you and take everything you got. Literally, because you didn't plan the damn problem. It's not my fault you didn't listen to me. I've been doing this for 43 years. Where the hell you been? The registered owner should always be a division. Because you can get another one too. But you're a duck. Quack, quack some more. End of the day, do it my way. They try to see you, they can't. They get diddly squat. Hell, why not? Oh, by the way, that's step 14. Now, this car is bought under a tax ID and division. The greatest gift, it doesn't show up on personal credit reports. See, some of you have a repossession today. Congratulations. Because they're going to get an IRS tax 1020 form. You got basically a 1099-C. Now you got state and federal tax problem. Congratulations. So what happens, you don't listen to someone who teaches you the truth. It will set you free. Now, I had 17 houses before when I was 19. I've had hundreds, no problem. But I couldn't get number 18. I was stuck. I went to all the experts, blah, blah, blah. And I said, how do I get number 18? How'd you get 17? So here's the experts. They're not really experts. They just go blah, blah, blah until someone challenges them. And I love doing that. Knowledge to knowledge. I'll kick anybody's assets. It's fun. I got total recall. I usually have 10 books going at one time because I read a page at a time. So what did I do? I dumped them all in divisions again and again. I freed up my credit report. Why haven't you? Oh, by the way, you get a paycheck. Oh, goody. You get taxed before you get the leftover. Oh, goody for you. Corporations are allowed to pay all the bills first, then pay tax on the leftover. Kind of like Amazon, who bragged about the first $10 billion they made. But they didn't tell you. They called it profit, but then they put the debt in front of it. So they paid zero tax on $10 billion. Hell, you pay more tax than they do. Congratulations for being you. Can you draw the 4 boxes, please? Can you imagine if you listen and learn right out of high school? You would have never brought the pain home. Corporation, 3 divisions, line of defense. We got a problem with the division? What are we going to do? Boo-hoo? No. We're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. We're going to keep the other pieces. We're going to never bring the pain home. Bringing the pain home should be obsolete for everyone. Flat out. If the bank and the grocery store can play the game, so can you. Problem is, no one had the gall to tell you or to teach you, but they don't know what I know anyway. God only made one of me. Thank God for that too. Step number 15. I can build credit on SSN, SS4. How much would you like today? It's up to you. All I need is 90 days. Get you in the right direction too. Wednesday setup in level 1 is at 10 a.m. Saturday I start at 7 a.m. all through the day. Always live. Now if all you want from me is a credit rebuilding up to a 750 or 820, no problem. $499, I'll guarantee it or your money back. 1 o'clock on Saturday, go to an analyzation education class. It's every Saturday at 1 o'clock. So for $499, your score is going to go up and away. And I'll guarantee it too. All you got to do is Zelle. Bank transfer too. Email products@raisecredit.com. Let me know your name, address, and phone number so I can call you right away after you sell the money today. Starter package for millionaire? Credit rebuilding, rapid rescore, articles, also tax ID, set up in level 1. The office sells it for about $2,000. That's okay. 3 of you paid $3,000 for a damn piece of paper called a corporation and a stock kit. I mean, how dumb. I mean, I'm sorry, but who pays a couple thousand for a corp when the articles are free in all 50 states? All you do is pay the little filing fee. See, the piece of paper doesn't do it until you give it life anyway. But here, I'm going to do all the work, give you the classes on divisions and set them up Wednesday and Saturday. And what am I going to do? I hand you $10,000 of cash credit, and your fee is $999. You piss that away, and who knows? You've all wasted thousands on crap that didn't work. Okay, why don't you invest in yourself? Let me do the work for you and change your life right away. But that's up to you. This has got the same thing as the previous one. This is called Millionaires in the Making, because it comes with $25,000 in cash credit, not $10,000. Office $4,000. Me on webinar $1,999 today during the webinar only. So if you do a bank wire transfer or a Zelle, make me a recipient. Email me products@raisecredit.com. There we go. See, I want you to run your life through the corporation. That's what I'd like you to do, but that's up to you too. Let's think. Doctors, lawyers, and CPAs incorporate themselves every day. Now, if you did it my way, that is basically step number 16. So let's understand something. If I did a rapid rescore, credit rebuilding, articles, also tax ID, and you get the discipline down in a sticky, what's the limit? What's 25, 29%? I make you a qualified CFO, and we go get some millions of dollars, by the way. Your score flatlines because you put it aside. You don't let it be a wave going up and down like you do all the time. Real estate, franchise, leveraging money. So let's look at one of the Lamborghinis at the time before my coma, part of the collection. That also has taxes. But you get a paycheck. Oh, congratulations. What happens is you get the leftover because they tax it for you, get the leftover. And then you're basically paying for a car you should not, taking all the money and roll it by the dice, go, wee, honey, let's hurt the family some more. I don't get it. Can you explain why anybody would want to pay payment, gas, registration, insurance out of a taxable paycheck when they could be driving a company car like I do every day? Step 17. Which one you like? They're not mine, but I got the keys. But it's up to you too. SS4, can you download one of those today? IRS.gov. SS4 equals 1120. Line 10 there says banking and credit purposes. I didn't create the form. The IRS public record, they did. But I'll give you the rules and tools how to play and win the game of getting $1 million to $1 billion too. By the way, that's step number 18. Stockton bankruptcy? How does the city fall bankruptcy? Oh, they're all corporations, by the way. You had a bad day? Don't bring the pain home. You never had to. So let's think. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. in the morning, starting at that, I'm going to do classes all through the day. Shouldn't you be at every one of those tomorrow? Shouldn't you get the Millionaires Founders get to show up to the class too? Even the 1 o'clock's analyzation and education too. The goal, you need to know how to do this as well. So I got a class called Asset Protection Real Estate tomorrow. It starts at 2:30 in the afternoon. It's $299. But you get it free if you get involved in any program with me today in the webinar. You Zelle, $299. You email products@raisecredit.com. If you didn't buy other products, you don't get it for free. Here's what I heard when I was 7.5. I'm listening to a poker game. It's not legal advice. It's chapter 18. Let's read it together. You ready? It says a corporation is a legal person and may sue or be sued. Big deal. See, I needed the rules and the tools you've been looking for all your life. And I got them for you if you'd like. You see, the United States of America Incorporated, all right, they set their line of defense called 50 states. They have corporations, but not you. The states set up cities. They're all corporations too. See, they have planned the problem as well, and they did the line of defense, but not you. You haven't exercised your constitutional right yet, which I'm trying to convince you to do. You see, they planned the problem. They created Chapter 9 bankruptcy. They get to bankrupt the city's debts and stay in business. But not you. You got to bring the pain home because you are we the people. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. I mean, let's understand something. You have a constitutional right. But again, Nixon took the gold standard out. SSN equal 1040. Mama, she delivered a baby this morning. You know what happened within 3 hours? Every hospital is federally mandated that mama gets an SSN form for the baby. They got to bond the baby up to $35 million and print some more money. If mama don't do that, she can't take the baby in the stroller, car seat, and cannot go home. Every mama does sign the form, by the way. So let's look at Walt Disney. They call him the loophole king in Newsweek. Whilst debt offs his taxes, they got $1 billion in the bank. They didn't want to pay tax on the $1 billion, so they wrote an IOU to themselves. I mean, bottom line is they paid zero tax. You pay more tax than Mickey and Goofy do. You want to play yet? It's up to you. Now, online, you're going to see things that say trade line crap. That's what it is. It doesn't work. Next, you don't have to guarantee. Excuse me, for cash credit, you got to be a qualified CFO. If you allow me, I'll get you up to 8 cards per division, up to 9 lines of credit. All right, supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too. You got to be a qualified CFO. That's just the truth. So if you're going to do a trade line crap, please look up the Fair Lending Act, because I don't want to visit you in prison, by the way. Corporate credit, cards, lines of credit are a write-off. Can finance itself. Another client's corporation bit the dust. What can I say? They didn't pay us our balance over $100,000. We did a lot of work for them for years. But there are 3 credit lines you can get today if you want to pay the difference in the balance. And then we'll transfer it over to you. You can always call the office if you're interested in one of those 3. It's 800-510-3338. Ultimate goal, I'm praying you bought the house my way. Escrow, close, escrow, homestead, escrow, put in a trust, raise rules. You didn't do it that way? I'll pray for you more. See, if somebody sues you today, they take it away. If you die, it's stuck in their probate and your family got diddly squat. Why not, I guess. But here's the thing. If you fix up a property today, flat out, they're going to hire the subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. But what if something slipped and fell? They cut out all the corners and they sue you and take everything you got. Remember today, please, you can choose to do a quick claim deed of any property into a division of a corporation. All right? If you want to. It costs about $12. You can do assignment of equity too. This way, at the end of the day, when they try to sue you, they can't sue you at all. They get diddly squat. Why not? Maybe you look up an irrevocable trust today. That's what I would pick if I was you. By the way, that's step number 19. You do the 1,000 steps, you have $1 million company in the bank, flat out. Even if it's just you, you could do the same thing too. Now, I'm trying to tell you, don't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. Their book says corporations pay tax when they make a profit. Okay. So if you play that silly game, trying to play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess, go to irs.gov, download a form called 656-433-A and B. Get your free money called a COVID-19 check. Get your butt back in the system today. That's step number 20, by the way. Now, here's the thing we got to look at. I've never once used my money to not start a business or even put money into the business. I've always built credit, and I've had hundreds of companies. It's not like when you fix up a property. The divisions are the ducks, but they allow you to go to the manufacturer, save up to 70%. Then you don't get a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. Escrow closes the house, you pay off the debt you incurred, now you got $200,000 left over, hypothetically too. Borrowed money's not taxable. So this allows us to learn Ray's rules. Leveraging money, borrow money is not taxable. Leveraging money, set up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. So we have the ability to listen if these are turned on. All we got to do is follow through. That's step number 21, blackjack. It's weird to literally bring in so much helping people. Here's the Reynolds University in 2009, just before my coma. It was 22,000 square feet, Irvine Spectrum, other buildings around the globe too. I was doing $1 million plus a day, helping people like you. The bank would be there almost every day or almost every other day going, Banks love to kiss your ass. That's when you got money. You don't have a pot to piss in. Hell, they don't remember your name. Banks borrow from the feds times 10. Loan back 5 to you. Leverage that money from escrow. Raise rules that make it up to $3 million of borrowed money to get a McDonald's, a chocolate shake, and a fry today. It would be your McDonald's as a division. See, it's like when you do business, a corporation, you want to set up a corporate umbrella. But you don't let the corporation do business. It gets credit, that's it. We set up the line of defense, the divisions are the ducks. Something goes wrong with the division, what do? We pull a Donald Trump at Wells Fargo, rich and famous people, we do the 3-step. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save it, bankrupt the piece, keep the other pieces, but we never bring the pain home again. I don't understand why would you want to bring the pain home in the first place. It makes no sense to me. Step number 22. So when you do that raise mirror test today, and I pray you do it and follow through, I want you to look in the mirror and ask another question. I want you to ask yourself flat out, put yourself in check. What are you willing to lose? I swore 2 things as a kid. First, I'd never hold a baby unless it was my first child. Next, I would never bring the pain home. I'd listen to the experts and all the motivational speakers and all the dummies of the world. And then I'd get out every book I could and master every rule and tool and put it here and blueprint everything I do. I'm not losing my family, the corporation, or the division. But if I had to lose anything, it'd be a division. Why? Because I can get another one, and they're cheap. When you play the chess game, you got to plan to win. You will lose a piece or two. That's why winners always get checkmate. You ready to play? Step number 23. Now, my wife came to me and she said, can we take out the yacht? I can go to the Huntington Beach house. She asked us on July 3rd, 2009. Why not, honey? Let's go do it. I filled it up, corporate yacht, used a credit card. Got to write off the card, interest rate too. And it was $1,600, and I wrote off the yacht as well, because you're allowed to. So what am I going to do now? The next day I'll go into a coma and I die. Well, that kind of sucks, but God gave me the choice to stay in peace or go back. Here's my yacht, my race boat, my U-Dock. Where's yours? So there's what I look like when I'm dead. Okay? For some reason, they were getting to figure out, and they're asking my wife if I was a donor. I guess they're getting ready to rip out my heart, too. 5 weeks oxygen tank, credit score back to an 820. On the 6th week, I pop a $1 million card again. There's no reason to stay down, by the way. You can get a backup for a backup, too. God's using me today to help you. You're going to pay attention, make sure these are turned up all the way. When I look at this Lamborghini, one of the collections, the key's right here in my hand, going boom, 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 worth about $700,000. It says Reynolds University and the building too. I just remember being a kid, born in a taxi, eating off the pier, stealing and begging, being used and abused, 1 coma, dying another one, shot twice, knifed 6 times, and so much more. You see, most people want to get stuck. Alright, we don't have time to feel sorry for ourselves. You got less than 30 minutes. Nope, you get 1 minute for that. Me, I think, alright, simple. Reach the dream. Think and be the impossible. I've done this all my life. I'll be back up again and again too. It's called Raise Rules, by the way. You can't even screw it up. I make millionaires, by the way. Would you like to be next? Motivation, I love motivation. Problem with it, people expect it to change their life. You got to change your life. You listen to their blah 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 to motivate what you do, but you're missing the tools and the rules. So the bottom line is this: I like to rebuild your life and build your story too. I'm not going to take 20 years. All right? Blah, blah, blah. No, we're going to do it now. We're going to get you up to an 820 score and up to basically 100,000 in safety credit. You don't use more than 29%. We're going to get you a corporation divisions up to $1 million. Stop being stuck. It makes no damn sense to me. It shouldn't make sense to you. You got a choice. I can rebuild anybody. My worst case last year was a 240. Now they have a $5 million corporation and a business. You want the blueprint? It's $4.99. It's half price today. It's all you got to do. But remember, it's free if you got the corporate packages or the credit rebuild program too. If not, Zelle me $4.99. All right, email me at productsraisecredit.com, phone number, address too, and your name so I can ship it right away. Next thing is, how did the 14th Amendment turn corporations into people? Well, it did. So the United States of America Incorporated has their 50 states and they have their line of defense, but not you. And the states set up their divisions called cities. Their corporations are line of defense too, but not you? I don't get it. See, it's like having joint credit. That's silly and dumb. You buy a house, escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow put it in a trust. Raise rules. Corporation always get up to $1 million of credit. You've got to master the rules and the tools. Divisions for every piece of property, franchise, current business. The line of defense, you can change your life overnight. Raise rules and tools. Ultimate goals up to you. This is number step 24. Now, tomorrow morning, I expect every one of you to be on my classes start at 7 a.m. all through the day. No more excuses for you. The last class of the day is called Asset Protection Real Estate. It's a combo class. It's $299. You get to go at 2:30. Now here's the thing. You have to Zelle me $299 so I can send you the link after you email me at package or products at raisecredit.com. So the goal is simple. Free, all right, if you basically do what? Do any product today. Corporation or credit rebuilding. If not, use Zelle $299. All right there. You make me a recipient. Email products at raisecredit.com. I like simple. So if all you want now, flat out, is to rebuild you. You did the rebuild today, you're getting the books for free. All right, you can also basically, from the books, you get that real estate class and asset protection class for free. You get both of them if you Zelle $4.99 now. Go to the class at 1 o'clock too. Credit rebuilding, a rapid rescore. Your credit score will go up and away in about 90 working days. If I got to do another month or two, I will. I won't let you down in case you really screwed up some more. But again, that's free if you did the corporate packages today. Now, bank, wire, transfer, Zelle. Me as a recipient, email me at productsraised.com. How hard is that to do? 3 of you I know got corporations before you met me. 2 of you spent $3,000, 1 spent $2,000. I don't get it. Okay, the articles are free in all 50 states. You pay a little filing fee. Oh, I'm sorry, you got a stock kit too that costs $40. And you're sitting there going, that's all. Why? Because you don't know what's next. You're stuck. I'm your next, by the way. Rapid rescore, credit rebuilding, articles also says tax ID. You got it? I'll build it for you anyway, the one you got. Set up in level 1, Wednesdays and Saturdays. No excuses. Office sales are for about $2,000. I give you half price, and I give you $10,000 of credit. Your fee would be $999. The credit coming back to you is 10 times what you invested in yourself. Next package has the same thing as the previous one, but it gives you, instead of $10,000, $25,000 of credit. It's called Millionaires in the Making. Ultimate goal half price is $1,999. Your choice is simple. You Zelle, or you do a bank transfer. You email me at products@raisecredit.com. Pretty simple to do. Remember, I want to repackage your house, your car, your bank account. Ultimate goal. Now, a lot of people, and I hear it all the time because I listen online or I go to these events and all the blah, blah, blah. The moment someone says the American dream, I get up and I ask a question. Are you going to hand me the money the rules and the tools. Are you going to hold my hand every step of the way? Or are you going to take my money and go bye, bye, bye like most of them do? You're understanding. We all need to receive money every month, pay our bills. Everybody's got to drive a company car, go on a business trip, help other people free up their time. You got to master Ray's rules. That line of defense. 1,000 rules equals 1,000 steps equals $1 million in the bank. Simple to do. Credit rebuilding today, $4.99. Go to the 1 o'clock class too. That is free if you get the corporate package today. From there, if not, you just Zelle, $4.99. You email me at productsracecredit.com. And then you give me your phone number, name, and address, and we call you right away. Starter package for Millionaire, $9.99. $10,000 of credit and all the goodies too, and 90 days of workshops with me. Millionaire in the making, $1,999 because you get $25,000 of cash credit. All you do is bank, wire, or transfer. Zelle. Email products@racecredit.com. How hard is that to do? So at the end of the day, I want you to remember something. Do your best while God does the rest. You have the ability to change your life right away. Or you can go back to being stuck before you met me. Today you heard things you've never heard before. And you're going to put them here, which is a gift that God gave me to give you. So I'm hoping you Zelle or transfer. Bottom line, your next step with 25 would be called the office. 800-510-3338. That's 800-510-3338. I'm going to do my best all through the day. God's going to do the rest for me. And I'm never going to forget, at the end of the day, if you do nothing, that's exactly what you're going to get. Go back to being stuck, or let's move forward together. Always remember, God loves us all.